all geek to me!
Hello, welcome to It's All Geek to Me. Elon Musk is funding the lawsuit of Gina Carano against Disney. Carano was fired for making comments that Disney felt were offensive. The family company that thinks it is the parent of us all. Watch that stock drop. Real-time host Bill Maher had a tense exchange with Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane over media trustworthiness, with MacFarlane being way more trusting of news organizations. It was hard to understand MacFarlane with his head up his ass. Disney CEO Bob Iger has said the company will slow down the high-speed production of original series and movies for Disney Plus after a spate of new releases on the streamer were met with mixed reviews from audiences, instead vowing to focus on sequels and existing franchises in the near future. Great! More men in tights and cartoons reprimanding us. Disney Plus has renewed Percy Jackson and the Olympians for Season 2. Fans rejoiced, yelling, "Well, it was some crap about the show nobody is watching." If you were under any illusion that Disney's new partnership with Epic Games on a Fortnite-connected games and entertainment universe was a traditional video game, you're nuts. In true Disney fashion, there will be the ability to buy lots and lots of stuff. It's not just a video game, it's bad credit. Alright, now let's get into the main topic, with B and me talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, the third film, the third installment. Today we are joined by my friend B. Say hello, B.
Hello.
And today we are discussing Sonic the Hedgehog. FYI, by the way, the main focus will be about the third Sonic the Hedgehog movie that will be released in December of this year. And we're going to talk about our predictions. But we will talk about the games, the shows, and the other stuff. So, B, the first question I have is, when did you get into Sonic the Hedgehog in the first place?
Well, it probably had to do with Mario, since Mario and Superman are connected in some way, especially because of the Olympic Games stuff. So, mostly through Mario.
Yeah. I got into it because I played actually one of the games that I have right here. I brought my Sonic games. Sonic and All-Star Racing's Transformed, this game. And then for Christmas, I got Sonic Mania. This is one of the old games. And then possibly my favorite game that I got for my birthday, Sonic Forces, right here. Yeah, you can tell how dark the game is because of the cover. Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
Probably Sonic.
My favorite is probably Metal Sonic or Sonic itself. Sonic by himself or Knuckles. Depends. Who's your least favorite character?
I don't really have a least favorite character.
You like them all? Even the bad guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I also like the big purple cat over there.
Oh, Big the Cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy too. We'll get into him later, the third movie. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the first film. The games we're putting aside. This episode's focused on the movies. One day we'll have an episode where we talk about the games, but this is for the movies right now. So B, what did you think of the first film? What did you think of it?
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. Do you remember the ugly Sonic memes? Remember his original design?
Yes.
Oh god, that was so bad. The internet went crazy about that, and then they were like, "Nope, we got to change this," and they did. Have you seen? Oh yeah, and of course, Ugly Sonic appears in the Disney Plus film Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. What was like seeing him in that?
It was surprising.
Why? Because they thought like you'd never see him again.
Probably.
Yeah. I liked the first film. I thought it was a good way to bring Sonic to the big screen. I mean, there were other shows at this point, like Sonic Boom, Sonic X, Sonic Prime, which is the newest show on Netflix that just got canceled. But yeah, the first film, I thought it was a great way to introduce him to the new generation. It was a good idea. Donut Lord, aka the Chief, he was great. The wife was great. The family was great. And of course, Jim Carrey as Robotnik. That is a big topic we'll be getting into next. Second film, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good way to introduce Knuckles, the Echidna. What do you think of Knuckles being in the second film?
Pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty cool. A lot of people had this rumor. So you know the Aquaman live action movies, right, with Jason Momoa?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people thought Jason Momoa was going to play Knuckles. What do you have to say about that?
Um. No comment.
No comment. You were like, you're so the no comment is like you're just don't know. You don't know how that would have been.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would have been either. That would have been weird. I mean, Knuckles is a tough dude, but I think Idris Elba, who plays Heimdall in Thor and Marvel, he was a good choice in my opinion. He was a good choice. Tails, of course, is played by the same voice actor in the video games, except in some of the other shows, she's not the actor. It's a she. She does not play Tails in the Sonic Prime series. It's a different actor. That actor does pretty good though. Then, of course, at the end of the second movie, we see the ultimate battle. We see the Robotnik get the Master Emerald, and then the battle. Oh yeah, by the way, B, my favorite part in the battle is like when he says, "The bigger man I can be," and then he just uses the lightning and he creates that massive robot.
In the second movie, in the final fight, he didn't get like the super yellow Sonic, right?
Yeah, Sonic became Supersonic. That was awesome, by the way, to see on the big screen. That was awesome. I like how they
Hmm.
added backstory to Sonic and Knuckles' beef because Knuckles was part of the tribe that killed Sonic's caretaker, Longclaw. I also like that too.
Oh yeah, I remember the owl.
Yeah, kind of like set up a oh, you killed my father, like kind of like Star Wars that way. Oh, they even make a Star
Isn't
Wars reference.
the owl is like Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because Sonic says she was basically Obi-Wan Kenobi, except she doesn't eat mice, which I thought was hilarious. Of course, at the end, we have that big, huge battle. Robotnik, of course, tries to make amends, but he's like, okay, we're not friends. Later, haters. And this was important at the time because the Jim Carrey, who you may know him as the Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura, or The Mask, we've seen all his works. 2 days before the movie was released into theaters, he said he was going to retire. What did you think about that when he was announced as he was going to be retired?
I don't like that he's retiring.
Yeah, I didn't like it either because I was like, no, we don't get any more Robotnik anymore. Because Robotnik is a main character in the Sonic universe, and he's the bad guy. So
Well, Jim
that was,
Carrey's a pretty good actor. He's like in a lot of good movies, so it's sad
oh
that
yeah,
he's
oh yeah,
not
definitely,
doing it anymore.
definitely. Jim Carrey is a great actor. His reasons for retiring, I will not say. You can search it up on the internet. But yeah, he was retiring, and many people thought Robotnik died during the fall. But at the end, the post-credit scene, it is revealed that he did not die. They did not find his body, and his henchman, Agent Stone, was hiding in plain sight as one of the Green Hills task agents. And then they find mysterious records to a lab, and then they say, Project Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog is introduced in the third movie. And of course, there is also a Knuckles Paramount series, and we're not going to get into that. This is about the movies and a little bit about that. So, B, what do you expect or what do you want to see in the third Sonic movie?
It's been pretty cool to see Sonic and Shadow fight.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that for a long time. Shadow's a very interesting character. He even had his own video game, which was awesome. That game was pretty fun. I think my brothers played it and they said they enjoyed it. So, I asked them about that and they said, yeah, it's great. So we're also going to we are going to listen to or look at some concept art for the third movie. Can you see the concept art?
Yep.
This is concept art from the third movie. This is not fake, by the way. This is real. This is from the person who works on the movie. And this is concept art. So, of course, Shadow's in there. And he's, of course, in a tank. Not a back to tank, everybody. This isn't Star Wars. So you see that, see another shade of it. Then you see this. Dead body alert, B. Do you want to take a guess of who that is?
Um,
You don't know?
mm-mm.
That is Gerald Robotnik, Eggman's grandfather. My bad, grandfather. And he's the one who started Project Shadow. And judging by this, there must have been an accident in the lab, and he must have died. It's either Shadow escaped and killed everybody in the room, or there was an accidental overload of energy that was put into Shadow's system, and then there was a huge explosion. Which one would you go with? The first one, where Shadow beats up everybody, or an explosion? Yo, yo.
What?
We're still rolling. Cut this out, by the way. Uh, I said, would you consider that there was a huge explosion in the room and Shadow escapes that caused Gerald Robotnik to die, or would you consider Shadow just broke out and killed everybody?
It could be either one.
Yeah, it could be either one. I will go with. I actually want to go with both because what if there was a major explosion, but it didn't kill everybody, and then Shadow broke out and then just boom killed? Because he's not afraid of killing. I believe he's not afraid. He's not afraid of killing. So we have that out of the way. Now we get into drum roll. Sonic 3. By the way, cut this out. Please, of me searching this up. All right, so I'm about to play this, and before we get into that, what do you think the logo is going to look like, B, in your opinion? What will it look like?
Um, wasn't the logo in the trailer?
The teaser.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Here it is. There it is. See there?
The pretty good,
Trailer?
what's it called, logo there.
The logo?
Yeah.
Now, that laugh right there, that is going to be an important thing we're going to discuss. That laugh, many people predicted it is Robotnik. And this actually goes into the section of the Shadow voice actor. We'll take a break from Jim Carrey because we know he's coming back, obviously. So there have been two rumors going around. We don't know if this is true, but there are two rumors going around of Shadow's voice actor. The two main ones are Keanu Reeves, aka John Wick, or if you're familiar with the movie Speed or Point Break. And then finally, this one is going to be interesting. Hayden Christensen, aka Anakin Skywalker. B, what do you have to say about these two?
Um, I think it would make more sense for Keanu Reeves because he's kind of like a more serious actor.
Yeah, yeah. Shadow's a really tough character too, and he's got like that tough voice. And I think it would make more sense for Keanu Reeves to voice Shadow compared to Hayden Christensen. I will admit, Hayden Christensen does have the famous lines from the final battle in Revenge of the Sith, and those powerful screams. But if I had to compare it to more acting wise, voice acting, I think I'd pick Keanu Reeves over Hayden Christensen. Because Keanu Reeves, of course, is known for his action roles compared to Hayden Christensen. So you're right. I would pick Keanu Reeves, in my opinion. So those are the main two. But I'm just saying this right now. If we are wrong that Keanu Reeves or Hayden Christensen is going to be Shadow, then we will take the blame for it, right? We will take the blame for it.
Well, I don't know about me, but
Well, me. I'll just say I'll take the blame for it if I'm wrong. But it is confirmed. It is rumoring out there, or it's spreading around that Hayden Christensen, right now, Keanu Reeves is put on the backseat for people, but the Sonic fan base is believing that Hayden Christensen will play Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is true. But if it is confirmed, then I think Hayden Christensen will be an all right choice. All right. Next up, we have, of course, was that Gerald Robotnik's laugh or Robot Dr. Robotnik's laugh or Shadow's laugh? Which one do you think it is?
I'm not sure.
It sounded more like a Robotnik laugh, I think.
It'd make more sense for it to be Robotnik since he seems like a more popular character.
Yeah, it sounds more like Robotnik because, let's just be honest, Jim Carrey has a good laugh. I mean, he's got a funny laugh, but when serious, it's a serious laugh. So I think it is him. Many people have online speculated it does sound like Shadow, but nah, it's not Shadow. They wouldn't announce his voice that soon. Especially because in the video it said it came out a day ago, that teaser. So it's not Shadow. It can't be. They wouldn't announce his voice this soon, right?
Mhm.
Because he's a major figure or character in this movie. But it looks like Robotnik will play a larger role too. So we have that to look out for. Alright, now it's getting into Jim Carrey returning as Dr. Eggman. Yay! What do you think of this? What do you think?
Um, Pretty cool.
Yes, I'm glad he's going to be back. You know what? I'm just actually just going to say why he said he's retiring. I know I didn't said I wasn't going to say this before, but I'll give you a few reasons why. He said he's retiring because, let's just be honest, he's old. He's done. He's got a lot of money to basically set him up for life. There was another incident too. Remember how Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. But that's another reason why he said he was retiring too, because he said Hollywood wasn't handling a lot of the situations like that, because they still gave Will Smith his Oscar, but in his opinion, they should have taken it away, and he was not okay with Hollywood's decisions at the time. So he decided to announce his retirement, and the official Sonic, like Sega and Paramount Plus, not Paramount in our episodes. That's Paramount, the actual company. They even released a statement saying that they will miss Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. That's a lot right there, right?
Hmm.
If you had to argue about that, what would you say? If you had to argue about that, like, do you think that was right of them for Jim Carrey to retire since now he's coming back? What do you have to say about that?
If he is going to retire, then this Sonic 3 will probably be his last movie,
Yeah,
and I'm sure that he would want the movie to be good if it's going to be his last.
true.
So that gives me high hopes for the movie.
Yeah, that gives me high hopes too, because Jim Carrey's an awesome actor. He's awesome. And I don't know what's gonna be if Robotnik's gonna be a major figure in this movie, but it is confirmed he will be coming back. And he's also one of those actors too that says, "Oh, they're gonna be in retirement," but that as soon as they get a paycheck, they're back. It's kind of like with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Terminator movies. He says he's done with those, and then paycheck, and he's back. So that's what I think Jim Carrey does. Do you think now, after I just mentioned that, do you think that he does that?
It could be.
Could be. He may have been paid extra dollars to do this, so we don't know yet. New characters. It has been rumored there will be new characters, and I'm actually going to be talking about this a little bit. It is rumored that there will be characters in this new film. Rogue the Bat, Rogue the Bat, Amy, Sonic's girlfriend, and also she was annoying in the Sonic X series. I hated that. Blaze the Cat, Big the Cat, who we mentioned earlier, and Metal Sonic. Out of all of those, are any of those recognizable to you?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. What do you think of these characters being brought in? Do you think this is too soon, or do you think they should wait?
I think it's fine as it is.
Yeah, I think it's fine too, but I think they should wait because, all right, if they're bringing in characters, Shadow makes sense because he's like the next big threat and he's like an anti-hero. So it makes sense for him to be brought in. Same thing with Tails and Knuckles. They brought them in. But for Amy, Rogue the Bat, Blaze the Cat, and Big the Cat, it wouldn't make sense. But for Metal Sonic in this case, it does. I think he's a Robotnik invention. Yeah, he is. And it would make sense for him to be brought in because Robotnik built him. So the other hold on, one, two, three, four. The other four would not make sense. The other four would not. But out of all those, which one would you love to see on screen? Rogue the Bat, Amy, Blaze the Cat, Big the Cat, or Metal Sonic? Who would you want to see on screen?
Big the cat.
Big the Cat?
Hmm.
Yeah. I like that too. Amy, I'm not so sure. Amy is not one of my favorite characters. I always thought she was annoying. You know who she is, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Rogue the Bat, weird. Blaze the Cat, eh. Big the Cat, lovable. Metal Sonic, he's my second favorite Sonic character, and I hope they do him justice. He better be in it, please. Crossing fingers, he better be in it. So we got that out of the way, and then there's new casting. There's new people that are going to be in this movie, and it's been speculated that Christian uh, Clyston Ritter. I think I'm pronouncing this right. If I'm wrong, let me know. Clyston Ritter is going to be Rogue the Bat. People have been speculating that it's going to be her. I don't see it. Then we get into there's actually a character from the Shadow the Hedgehog game that will be appearing in it, and I think this is her name. Alia Brownie will be Maria. Does that name ring a bell in the Shadow the Hedgehog game?
Nope.
All right. Well, Maria is a character that, or a little girl that is Gerald Robotnik, Eggman's grandfather, her granddaughter. So Robotnik and Maria, I think, are cousins. Yes, they're cousins. They're cousins. They're not siblings. They're not brother and sister. That would be a huge age difference. They're cousins. So there's this. I don't know much about the backstory. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I'm just gonna try and do my best. I believe there must have been some accident or there was something wrong that happened to Maria. Maria was killed, and that's why Shadow the Hedgehog is always so angry and he's always an anti-hero. So Maria will be a big part. And if they're going to show that scene in the movie, then this movie has reached PG-13 because they're not afraid now. They've said hell in the movies now, and it's probably gonna go up to PG-13. That'll be awesome to see on the big screen. I know I've been like saying all these things about these characters and stuff, but I'm just being a Sonic fan right now. I think it'd be awesome. You don't blame me, right? You don't blame me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now there's the big question. This has been speculating for the past 2 weeks now. Is there going to be a Sonic 3 trailer at the Super Bowl? Super Bowl 57, the one that is coming up on the 11th with the 49ers versus the Chiefs. Do you think that'd be a good way to present it?
I'm not sure.
Because
It'd
it's
be pretty cool, but I don't
yeah,
know if it would just make sense for the Super Bowl.
yeah, it wouldn't make sense because they show a lot of stuff during the Super Bowl. They did that with the second Sonic movie. But in this case, they said the film comes out in December of 2024. Do you think this is too early or do you think they should wait?
Um, I mean, it makes sense to wait a while to not like get our hopes up too soon, but they did also make the teaser,
Yeah,
so
they
it
did make
might
the teaser.
work. But I'm not sure if it would make sense for the teaser and the trailer to be so close together.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense because Sonic 2 took a long time for it to be finally revealed because everybody was all like they released all these set photos of the sets, Jim Carrey as Robotnik commanding his egg drones. I'm just going to call them egg drones because his name's Eggman. Yeah, all those behind the scenes photos were taken. So far, I believe there was only one behind the scenes photo taken of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and it's showing the model. They use a model to CGI the characters, Tails, Sonic, and Knuckles, and now Shadow, and they showed his model character, and it looks awesome. I will say that right now, it looks awesome. But it wouldn't make sense for them to show it during the Super Bowl because it's too soon, like you said. If you had to pick a month, because the movie comes out in December in 2024, so we're a long ways away. If you were making this movie, what time would you want to release like a trailer for it?
Probably around like July or August.
Yeah, because that would make more sense. Because then, if it was in July, then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd have 4 more months to go. But in August, you'd have like 3 months to go before it'd be released. So that would make more sense because then people will get so hyped up at the time.
Yeah, you'd want to like get them hyped up soon before the movie actually comes out.
Yeah. And then for the Super Bowl in this case, I don't think it would make sense because when people watch the Super Bowl, they want to watch the game. It's football. People love football. I don't know if you're going to be watching the Super Bowl, but I'll be watching the Super Bowl that night.
It's a Sunday, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
will.
I'll probably watch it.
Yeah. And sometimes they show trailers, but in this case, I don't think it makes sense because, like we just said earlier, it's too early. We believe like it's too early. They just released the teaser, and now people are already making theories about the movie. Is Jim Carrey really returning? Is Hayden Christensen, of course, playing Shadow? This is a lot to take in for the Sonic fan base because it's coming too early, like we said. I believe it's coming too early, and you're right. I agree with you saying July or August would be a good time to release the trailer. It'd be a good time. But the movie is, of course, releasing in December 2024. So many people have speculated that they're probably going to release the voice for Shadow the Hedgehog or the Knuckles Paramount Plus series. What do you think is better? Do you think they should talk about the Knuckles Paramount series, or do you think they should release the actor or tell who's the actor of Shadow the Hedgehog?
I think it'd make more sense to wait until the trailer comes out to reveal the actor for Sonic,
Which
or not Sonic
Shadow?
Shadow.
Yeah, that would make more sense because a lot of people don't know who's playing the character because when the actor for Knuckles revealed who he was, a lot of people thought it was just like, oh, he's sharing a new poster and whatnot. But no, Idris Elba was revealing he was the actor for Knuckles. So you're right. I think they should wait to reveal the Shadow actor because Shadow is a huge role in this movie. And I think if they revealed it now, then it would just be a waste of time and they'd just waste our hopes. So I agree with you. I think they should wait. What do you think they should reveal? Should they just reveal like footage from the trailer? They don't play anything, but they show just like one shot, or should they show like a scene that's like minor, but it's not big to the plot? What do you think?
I think they should show like an important scene that doesn't like spoil too much, but will like get people hyped up.
Yeah, like the concept art we saw of like the broken lab and Shadow in there. Do you think that would be cool if they showed like, oh, what if there was an explosion in the lab, or if Shadow just breaks out and there's a huge hell just all breaks loose? Do you think that'd be cool?
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would make sense. Or if they showed like Shadow finally fighting Sonic, that would be cool too. Like their first fight. There's probably gonna be like two, three, probably three fights, probably or four or more, because in the last movie we saw Sonic and Knuckles fight multiple times. So there's probably going to be more fights compared to the last movie. So maybe they'll just show like one of those like minor fights that doesn't mean anything. But they can't show Shadow. I don't. Well, they can show him if they want. But do you think they should show Eggman because he's returning, or should they show Shadow? Which one, if you had to pick?
Probably Shadow since he's like the more new character.
Yeah, that would make more sense because Eggman we already know. And if Eggman's going to return, I don't think they would show a scene of him coming back. I think they'd want us to wait to find out how he's doing it. But there is a little information of how he's coming back. Because on Twitter, or X as it's now called, when they released that teaser that we just watched, they said they had Eggman quote something, and it says that he was underground. What? How is he
Probably
under?
where he's developing Shadow.
Oh yeah, that's right. He could because there's a lab. There's a lab. It could have been underground or it could have been somewhere because the lab was not discovered for 50 years. They even say that in the movie. So he either but how would he do that? How did he even survive the fall? That's the thing I want to know. How did he even survive the fall?
I mean, characters surviving things that they shouldn't is pretty normal, I guess, in movies.
Yeah. So he probably used like one of his inventions to help him or he either did this, either probably traveled underground. Yes, I know that's stupid, but I think that's what it is. He probably went underground because it says he probably went underground. Now people have been speculating about that. Or he just managed to get away because henchman was also on the ground after the explosion and him falling. So yeah, there's a lot to take in. And there's another casting choice. People are speculating that if they chose Gerald Robotnik's casting choice, a lot of people would pick Danny DeVito to be Gerald Robotnik. What do you think about that? Danny DeVito playing Gerald Robotnik?
And that would be pretty funny.
Because people have already wanted Danny DeVito to play like Wario if they make a sequel to the Mario film.
Now that would be cool.
That would be awesome. So yeah, that's what we want to. That's the main thing. Like all the stuff we listed before that, that's the main thing we're concerned about. Are they going to show? Because the Super Bowl is in 2 weeks, right? It's in 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty soon. Maybe
Yeah, it's in
like
two
1 week.
weeks, and that's the main thing we wanted to discuss was what are they going to show? Because now that we have the teaser released, and of course all that concept art, we don't know what they're going to show. And now all the rumors going around about Hayden Christensen voicing Shadow the Hedgehog. But yeah, if you agree with us, we think that they should wait probably around July or August since the movie will be released in December of this year. Or if they're going to show a scene from the movie, I think they should show like a minor, not important scene. So like something from the concept art or maybe like a minor fight of Sonic versus Shadow. Or they can just have Shadow like show up, but he just doesn't speak at all because they don't want to give it away. So yeah, that's our main things about it. So we will be watching the Super Bowl. We will be watching it. Well, some of it. I've lost interest in the Super Bowl after who's going, but we will watch it, and I will give my thoughts on Sonic 3 if they show anything. Same thing with B. We'll give our thoughts maybe on the next episode, right?
Yeah, maybe we make a review of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. We'll talk about the trailers. We'll talk about that too. We'll talk about the trailers that were released, if there's going to be any. If there's going to be any, folks. People have been speculating about it. I know recently people just found the trailer description of Deadpool 3, and many people have speculated that's going to be at the Super Bowl. We will review the trailers. We will do that. We will even do that. We'll do that after because it's released on a Sunday, so we'll wait a week to do it because we have school. So or February vacation, I think. I don't know. We don't know yet, but we will do that. But thank you all for listening to us talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Hopefully you all agree with us, and hopefully we will find out what's going on. Do you have any last minute things you want to say about the movie or the release dates, Super Bowl? Do you have anything you want to say, B?
Hopefully it will be good.
Hopefully it'll be good, and hopefully, and you want them to choose a better time to release the trailer, right? You think it's too soon?
Probably.
Right. So we hope you enjoyed us talking. Thank you to B for coming on as usual, because I know a lot of the views he's been in, like the Dragon Ball episode, the Star Wars episode, the FNAF episode, and the Avatar episode, they got a lot of views. And by the way, we will be back discussing Avatar, right? We will be back discussing that.
Yeah, when it comes out.
Yeah, the show comes
It
out
should be
this
soon.
month, and it comes out the 22nd, so we will be back, and we'll possibly maybe have his brother on as well discussing it, but if not, it will just be the two of us. And don't worry, I don't think the episode will be an hour long like last time.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends how much we have to say about it.
Yeah, it depends on how much we have to say. But thank you all
Is
for
it coming out
watching.
is
Sorry.
the live action coming out one episode at a time, or is it going to be all at once?
All at once, I think. Yes, all at
Okay,
once.
so we'll watch all of it and then do a review about it.
Yes.
I'll probably watch it all in one day.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, that is our thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That was the main focus of the episode this week because of all the news coming out. We hope you enjoyed us talking about it. And let's hope the movie's good. We will have to wait till December to go see it. So I have high hopes. B has high hopes. And hopefully, if we go to see it, we can review the film together. And possibly with Tornado and Paramount if they decide to join us for the ride in December, right? I mean, we'll all be 16 then, so we'll all be driving. So, yeah. So, thank you all for watching. It's All Geek to Me. Thank you to B for coming on. I know we like Sonic, so we decided to discuss this today. Was it worth it? Was it worth it to discuss the new movie and all the stuff happening? Is it important?
It's probably pretty good to make predictions beforehand and
It's good to make
to
predictions
kind of
beforehand,
like,
and it's good to talk about
yeah,
like maybe if the trailer's releasing and what times could be good for them to actually release it.
yeah, it's fun to think about.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. It's all geek to me, and we'll see you all next time. Sayonara.
It's all geek to me.